There has been a lot of controversy on nuclear power and its use, especially surrounding 3 Mile Island. This slidecast will give you a brief history of the plant and its accident and show you why nuclear power can be a safe and useful tool. 3 Mile Island is a nuclear generating station. It is a nuclear power plant which is located in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, just below the Susquehanna River. It has 2 separate units, TMI-1 and TMI-2. In 1968, TMI-1 began construction. It is a pressurized water reactor, and the first unit was built on the north end of the island. TMI-2 begins construction just a year later and is slightly larger. The second reactor begins operation in April of 1978. This unit encountered construction delays and many unscheduled shutdowns, unlike TMI-1. Because of its faulty performance, the operators actually fabricated the operational data to avoid any reports to the NRC, the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. A nuclear power plant or nuclear power station is a thermal power station in which the heat source is a nuclear reactor. The heat is used to generate steam, which drives a steam turbine, connected to an electric generator, which in turn produces electricity. It uses a process called nuclear fission, where a heavy nucleus splits spontaneously or on impact with another particle, which then in turn releases energy. On March 28, 1979, TMI-2 had a partial nuclear meltdown. While trying to unclog the piping, the operators of the plant accidentally blocked the flow of water, which overheated the reactor. Because of that pressure, it began to rise, and the core of the reactor got very hot. The relief valve, which let the cool water in, was also stuck, which led to overheating and the radiation being released into the plant. This incident was rated 5 on the 7-point International Nuclear Event Scale, an incident with wider consequences. For comparison, Chernobyl and Fukushima are 7 on the scale. The operators of the plant realized the situation and tried to fix it before a serious accident took place, although did this lead to many other consequences. After hearing about it in the news the following morning, it caused anxiety and distress among many individuals living near the plant. Many were scared for their children and families and didn't feel prepared in case of a disaster. People were angry, scared, and wanted to take action to ensure this doesn't happen again. People were outraged because of the lack of communication between operations, the state, and the federal agencies. No one really knew what was going on, and everyone had a different idea about the extent of the accident. There was a debate over evacuation of the towns nearby, but there was no evacuation plan in place even though one was legally required. Now, many people are scared of nuclear energy, but there are many advantages. First, it is a sustainable source of energy. It reduces carbon emissions in the atmosphere and increases energy security so we are not dependent on imported fuels. It also doesn't produce air pollution, which is a great alternative to fossil fuels. And some say it is a great way for a nation to be independent in producing their own energy. Currently, 1 in 5 houses in the United States gets its power from nuclear energy, all while not emitting any greenhouse gases, which has prevented the release of many harmful pollutants and saved many lives. It also saves money for the government in the long run, approximately $12 billion a year in energy costs. These plants emit fewer radioactive materials into the environment than traditional coal-burning plants. On the other hand, in case of a nuclear meltdown, the radioactive material can be harmful or deadly. Because of that, it poses a threat to people and the environment, and the costs don't outweigh the benefits in some people's eyes. But now the people are changing their minds and leading towards nuclear power due to the technological advancements. Many are scared about the spread of nuclear weapons and other nuclear technology. If it gets into the wrong hands, it can very easily be used to hurt mass amounts of people. Whether or not we continue the use of nuclear energy, it is very hard to control, especially the spread of these weapons. The technology is already out there and people know about it. All we can do is have laws and set limits to ensure the safety. Unfortunately, everything else is out of our control. Even though there are risks with this technology, other technologies have risks as well, and there are factors for those as well that we can control. This is more efficient than a coal-burning plant and is safer to use on a daily basis. If anything, we need to do more research to find better and safer alternatives to certain aspects of nuclear technology. I think having nuclear power is a great advancement for our society. I understand all the potential threats and risks, but throughout time we have significantly improved our safety and security around these accidents. Creating emergency plans and ensuring that the people in the surrounding areas are well educated and informed of the risks is a good way to start. Our technologies have improved immensely. To decrease the risk, we should have more safety measures in place. We should increase lines of communication between operators, the plant, and the government to ensure that all the citizens are kept in the loop. This was a major problem in the case of 3 Mile Island, which could have easily been avoided. Although the TMI-2 accident caused no injuries or deaths, its aftermath had a great impact. The nuclear power industry was booming up until 1980 after the accident. The number of reactors under construction in the U.S. declined every year after that until 1998, and many similar reactors were canceled from being constructed. Both the industry and the government responded swiftly and decisively to the TMI-2 accident. The only problem was the miscommunication. We know that the government wanted to help, and it can be seen that they tried. But for the future, having a better plan in place is needed. Ensuring that all the plants are up to standards and following all the regulations is a big necessity for this situation to not occur again. Among other actions, the industry established the Institute of Nuclear Power Operations, INPO, to promote their excellence in training, plant management, and operations. In 1985, the National Academy for Nuclear Training was created. The Academy reviews and accredits nuclear utilities training programs for all key positions in each plant. Today, the views of many individuals have changed. The technology to create and use nuclear power has improved immensely as well, and the number of nuclear disasters has also decreased, although much safer accidents can still occur. We can't control every aspect of it. It is a complex system, and everything is prone to failures no matter how well they are managed. That being said, today the 3 Mile Island Nuclear Generating Station is still running, but with only one reactor, TMI-1. The NRC granted a license extension for the first unit in October of 2009, and it is set to continue operations until April 19, 2034. Overall, the advancements of our system show that nuclear technology is a good system to have in place.